Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. So in today's video, I'm gonna be doing just a very casual get ready with me. I feel like it's about time for like a life update. Things have been so crazy over here in my little corner of the world, and I just feel like catching up with you guys a little bit, and I need to do my makeup today anyways because I am going to be filming a whole other video after this, and I also need to shoot some content for a brand. So, you know, we're getting ready. It is 1:30 in the afternoon, but it's never too late to start. As you can see, I am joined with not only one, but two sleepy kitties. So the vibes are here. We're chilling in this house today. I'm probably really not going to talk through my actual makeup too much because let's be so for real, my routine does not really ever change. I use literally the same freaking products all the time because I genuinely don't think I could even tell you guys the last time I bought new makeup, and I am a creature of habit. So once I find something that works for me, I'm not going to stray away from that too much. The one thing I will say about my makeup is I talk about this like all the time, that I don't really like the Tarte Shape Tape that much, but when I used it like pretty much as a foundation in my one video, I actually did kind of like that. I just don't like it being a concealer for under my eyes or in a place that's like really gonna crease, because it is a very dry concealer, but I'm using it as a foundation because I might as well use this up. Oh my gosh, I think I've actually been like getting a little tan because this is looking very light. It's okay, we'll warm it up, So I guess we'll just start getting straight into the life updates. I like don't even know where to begin. Things have been so crazy. So as you guys know, I've been doing hair from home ever since I left Gray Clips back in 2021. Which is really crazy to think that I've been working for myself for that long. It has been the biggest blessing, and the longer I've been doing it, especially living here, I've really grown my clientele, and so I've just been staying booked and busy, let me tell you, which is great. Like, I need it, but it's definitely been keeping life a little bit hectic for me, not gonna lie. So I've been like pretty consumed with doing hair like it was like once people started being let out of school is when business started really booming for me. I would say that that's probably my like main source of income, and then I also have started like much more seriously selling clothes on Depop. My process is that I go to the bins, I stock up on product there because I don't want to take from like the regular thrift stores, you know, and I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, thrift store prices have gotten insane. Like, I truly cannot afford to even like thrift for myself very often at regular thrift stores. And the bins are really not everybody's cup of tea too. So like, I have heard this directly from people that they would rather pay someone to like curate items for them so that they don't have to spend their time thrifting. Because some people like don't have the time, they don't have the patience. Maybe you don't even have good thrift stores near you. So the way that I view my Depop shop isn't like, oh, I want to find all of the best stuff at the thrift stores and like make a fucking profit. Like, I just want to be able to thrift for other people who have a similar style to me and who appreciate, you know, vintage clothing, or even if it's not vintage, just like certain pieces, you know what I mean? I have always been a lover of thrifting. I have literally been thrifting my entire life, so it just feels very natural. It gives me an excuse to do it a little bit more because I like, you know, I get to a point where I'm like, I don't need any more stuff. Like, I literally just don't. So, you know, it keeps me in the thrifting world. It truly is just so enjoyable to get to thrift like for other people. I would honestly love to get to a point where I can start doing like mystery bundles. That's just like a whole other side of Depop that is definitely a little more intimidating, but like I really would like to get there eventually. So hopefully that is in my future. I just need to figure out like the logistics of how to set that up. I have to figure that out, but I will say I'm on a pretty good schedule with my Depop right now. Pretty much as long as I stay consistent with thrifting, I stay consistent with sales. So it's just been like actually a really good system that I've put in place for myself, and it definitely gives me like the fix that I need for thrifting. And like the bins are exhausting, let's be so for real. Every time I go, I come home and I am like done. A lot of days that I've been going, I still have to come home and do hair, so it's been like, I just feel like I've been doing so much, and I am definitely feeling it, but like I would not have it any other way, because something that I have definitely figured out about myself within the last like year or so is that I am definitely neurodivergent. That's been a whole journey within itself. It's brought me so much healing and so much self-understanding. I would love to be able to seek out a diagnosis one day, because I've been through many years of therapy, and that's something that I would also love to talk about with you guys more, is just like my experience with therapy and just kind of like my story with that, because I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and I have always known that there was something more, and that those were pretty much like a symptom of something bigger. I know self-diagnosing is like it's a touchy subject, and I don't necessarily want to like self-diagnose, but yeah, I am seriously like 99% sure that I have autism, maybe even also ADHD, because I really resonate with both of those a lot, and I've taken lots of tests, I've done lots of research, and I'm just like, this is all making sense. That's been interesting, and it's definitely helped me just like understand myself more and have a little more like compassion for myself, and just overall like understanding like, oh, this is why I am the way that I am, this is why I react to this way, that, you know, it's been pretty life-changing. And something that I've learned about myself, and I knew this when I left my job at Grey Clips, that like I am not built to have some like normal person ass job. Like I just can't do it. And I've always kind of like been hard on myself for that, because I was raised to be a very hard worker by both of my parents. I was raised to be very independent, and I still think that I am those things, even though I don't do well with like normal jobs. I'm so introverted, and I have so much anxiety, and I don't know, my social skills are definitely lacking a bit. So yeah, it's been more than a freaking blessing to be able to work from home, work for myself, don't have like a boss that I have to report to, I don't have, you know, some crazy schedule being made by somebody else. Like the flexibility and the freedom alone has seriously been life-changing. Having a million side hustles to get me by is so much better than having one full-time job. I seriously spent every freaking day masking, stuffing down my feelings, just putting on this front. Just the level of masking to interact with like 20 people a day doing their hair was a lot. And you know, the uncertainty of like who was gonna walk through those doors, it was just, yeah, I don't know how I was able to last as long as I did working there, if I'm being so honest. And that's totally okay. I always knew, even like before ever realizing that I was neurodivergent or anything like that, like even back in like high school and stuff, I always knew that I wanted to go a different route than like society's norm. It's been nice, but I definitely do stay very busy. So I just feel like it's constant go. And then obviously, you know, I make YouTube videos, and I try to post consistently on TikTok, but I do be slacking, because like I feel like people don't actually realize, I thought even that doing TikTok was gonna be so much easier than YouTube, because I'm like, oh, short form content, like you bing that out and there you go. No, like it still takes so much effort to not only film but then have to sit there and edit. Even though it is short form, like it's still a lot of work. So I do be slacking there. I feel like all I've been posting recently is just like outfit videos, which is fine, because you gotta find your niche, you know, in order to like really grow, I guess. I don't know, I don't fully believe in that. I think in that case the algorithms kind of suck, because I just want to show like all of the many things that I'm into. I don't want to, you know, filter myself down to one type of content. I feel like I've been doing okay on TikTok. I grew really fast and hit 10K out of nowhere because I was doing like a closet clean out series, which also brought me like an immense amount of hate, and just like so many people are just like mean. So I'm kind of chilling with the fact that, you know, I'm like slowing down on TikTok, but I also like want to grow. TikTok is just like a whole different place, I feel. And like Instagram too, I don't even understand how you grow on Instagram. I really don't. I give up. You know, I really want to get into doing like UGC content and just creating a way to like make a living off social media, but it is not easy. I can make money other ways. Luckily, I found my groove with, again, like being able to work from home and work for myself. So like social media is kind of just back to being like fun for me, but I'm also like trying to be consistent, trying to take it seriously. I have definitely been slacking a little bit on YouTube. Like, I don't know. There was a little bit there that I feel like I was uploading quite a bit, and now I'm kind of back to like, I'll maybe get up one video a week, maybe every week and a half, which is like, that's fine. You know, I'm doing what I can. I don't want to completely overwork myself. Like, I need downtime to chill, again, especially with how crazy everything else in life is. Basically, I'm trying my best, okay? I'm pretty sure I cut this part out of one of my last videos, but I had mentioned in it that we were gonna be camping, and that unfortunately did not happen because our car, I can't even say it broke down. Our car needs work, and we found out literally the morning of camping that our car was actually really not safe to drive 3 hours away. I had dropped Chris off at work, and I was gonna pack the car up completely myself, and then when he was off, I was gonna pick him up and we were gonna drive straight to where we were camping. And the night before, we prepped up, we got gas, we put air in the tires, we bought oil so that I could top it off. Like, we were ready to go. And as soon as I dropped him off at work, our tire pressure light started flashing, and then it just turned on, and I was like, that's weird. Went to the post office, dropped off some Depop orders, came back out. I like am like looking at all of our tires, and I'm like, they all look fine. Like, there's not a flat, they're not deflating at all. Like, what is happening? And so I started like Googling it. I posted on my private stories being like, what the hell do I do? Like, does anybody know what's happening with my car? I was in a full panic, and people were suggesting like, yeah, girly, I would probably take that to a shop and get it looked at since you're gonna be driving. And I was like, okay, it's so true. And so I took it there, and another weird thing was that our wheels started making kind of a grinding noise, but it wasn't like intense, but it also was definitely like a thing. And I was definitely starting to get paranoid. Any slight noise our car makes, and I like spiral out of control. It's really bad because we only have one car, and if we don't have our car, it's like, how are we gonna survive? How is Chris gonna get to work? If I need to run any of my errands, go to the hair store, go to the post office, how am I gonna do that? If if we need to go get groceries and things, it's just like, it's very stressful. And then that's only talking about like the bare necessities. That's not talking about just living our life of, fun things like driving to go camping and things like that. Our car that we have now is fully paid off. It is a bit older. It just hit 200,000 miles. So like, again, it's been lingering in the back of my mind. Like, we need to think about a new car. Another life update, Chris did get promoted. He is a manager at his job now. I'm so proud of him. He has been working a lot, so he has been pretty burnt out, not gonna lie. And like, it's just not been the greatest, unfortunately. Just recent. He definitely still likes the job itself, but like, yeah, he's definitely been having a slightly rough time there, not gonna lie. We're surviving, we're roughing it, but we're surviving. Shit just always happens for us, I feel. We got robbed a little bit back and lost all of our camera gear and had to like start over. We have already put a lot of money into our car this year. We just had to get our brakes fixed because those completely went out on us maybe like a month, 2 months ago. Now, what happened, I went to the mechanic like everybody suggested me to, and I'm definitely glad I did, even though I got pretty much like worst case scenario news. The tire sensor light was something that I had Googled, and it was exactly what I thought. It was not anything serious. The sensor was like dead and wasn't connecting right, but our tires were perfectly fine and it wasn't something they needed to fix. I could have kept going. We would have just had to like manually keep track of our tires. But the noise that was happening in our wheel, and I don't know how I didn't recognize this because we've already dealt with this in our car before, but the wheel bearing was worn out on the front driver's side. Okay, I definitely did not do the best job on my eyeliner, but I'm hoping my lashes will save it. The place I took it to, they were great and everything, but they did say that for one, the part for our wheel bearing was special orders, so they weren't going to be able to fix it the same day. And I was like, okay, well, like, here's the deal. We're supposed to be driving 3 hours away. Is our car even safe to do that? And she was like, absolutely not. I would not recommend that. And I was like, okay, cool. We pretty much instantly had to cancel our camping trip, which was genuinely so devastating because ever since Chris's promotion, it's been a lot harder for him to get off work. And so we literally waited months for these 2 days. He didn't even get like a good amount of time off, and he had to fight them to even get these 2 days off. They finally come and we're not even able to do what we had planned to do. Okay, I got a phone call and I used that as a little intermission to tweeze my eyebrows because they were looking crazy. But anyways, I don't even remember where I left off, but pretty much this part was special order, so they couldn't even do it the same day anyways. And this place quoted me $550 for one wheel bearing, and she said that chances were the other ones were gonna need it too. And it's just like, our car is so old and has so many miles that it's like, is it worth it to sink even $500 into fixing it? And truth be told, it's just really hard to tell because I think our car still has a lot of life left in it. We've taken it far and wide, but like, we take really good care of it though, nonetheless. And you know, definitely me doing Instacart last year absolutely killed our car, and I can very happily say that I actually don't do Instacart at all anymore. Our car would be in much better condition if I hadn't done Instacart, which is just the unfortunate reality, but you know, I did need it and it got us through. So we've been at a standstill because either direction we go, if we decide to fix this one wheel bearing and hope that our car lasts us another however many miles to just get us around while we save money for a new car, or if we just say fuck it and go straight to buying a new car, we just don't have the money either way. We're just doing what we can. I just got these lashes. These are, I already took them out of the packaging, but these are the Ione Egypt lashes, and they were kind of giving like doll lashes. I like the separation and like the chunkiness in them, and just placing them on, I'm obsessed. We're truly just at a point where we can't really do anything. So yeah, Chris has been skating to work, which is like a little over a 10-mile round trip depending on the exact route he takes, which, I mean, funny enough, so he was watching that guy on YouTube who skated across America. He was literally watched his entire journey pretty much from the start, and it really inspired him. And so he has been trying to plan a big trip of his own, and he was like, I want to start off with like attempting to skate to work and like see how bad that is. I'll give it to him. He's been doing the damn thing. But yeah, he decided to do that like right before our car was undrivable. We've been really scared and only been doing like trips to like the grocery store when needed. And yes, sometimes we can get like a ride from like my mom or something, because luckily she lives super close by. So, you know, we've been making it work, but I'm not gonna act like it's been like great. When we first got the news about our car, like, I was in shambles, let me tell you. I felt like our whole world was crashing down around us, and I've definitely kind of like come around to things. We're making it work, we're making do. Maybe I'm just getting used to like not really having a car, but yeah, as long as it's within like, you know, a 5, maybe 10-minute drive, we've been taking the car. And get this, the car has stopped making the noise in the wheel completely. The last like 3 times that we've driven our car, it hasn't made any noise at all. And I don't want to have false hope that like our car is fine. So pretty much our next move is that we want to take it to a trusted mechanic and get quotes from other places, because I am sure that we can get it done cheaper. I know our regular mechanic that we go to did it for like $400 or $450 whenever we had this happen back in 2019 on a different wheel. We're pretty much just like making do with not having a car for the time being, and we're hoping in maybe like a couple weeks or so we'll have the money to at least go get it looked at and get a professional opinion on, like, you know, is it really just one wheel bearing? Is it any wheel bearings at all? But I just need to know, like, genuinely how safe our car is or isn't. We'll see how much work our car needs, because that's also not the only thing. Listen, I love our car very much. I have a very strong attachment to our car because we've had it for 6 years. Meanwhile, people drive like that, and we're the ones with car problems. Anyways, we've had our car for 6 years. We paid for it in full pretty much right at the beginning of me and Chris's relationship, and it's just gotten us through everything. It's been the nicest car either of us have ever had, and I just, like, I don't know, guys, I don't feel ready to let it go yet. It's just not a convenient time at all, which, like, when will it be to have to get a new car is the thing. But, like, I don't know, there is just a big part of me that's like, it's not time yet. It is not the right time. I'm just really hoping to get, like, good news back. If we can just get the one wheel bearing fixed, it'll buy us some more time until we can get a new car. It's been hard on me, and I have not been mentally well at all. I've just been so overwhelmed, and again, like, having to deal with being, like, so busy on top of, like, something like this has just been a lot for my little brain. I definitely am ready for fall time. I'm ready for life to kind of slow down and give us a little bit of a break. That's all I could hope for. That's been pretty much what has been consuming our lives for the last, like, week and a half now. Yeah, there's just not, like, a good end in sight yet, which is very frustrating. But, you know, all you can do is just keep pushing through, hope for the best. Like, your only option is to just keep going and, like, persevere. Part of me has definitely been, like, very hopeless, like, well, this is it, but we're pushing through. It's all gonna be fine. Everything always ends up working out. It's just sometimes really hard to get there, you know? As you can see, my bangs are getting so long. I'm actually, like, loving the length they're at because they do such a good little swoop if I want them to. But when I first get out of the shower, I can still, like, get them to dry forward. They're very split right now, but I can sometimes get, like, the cutie little front piece and then they, like, kind of frame down. But I've been loving a good, like, curtain bang, and then I can really get them, like, all the way out of my face, and I'm actually kind of liking how I look with no bangs for the first time almost ever. I think because my hair is so long, it's kind of hard to tell because I'm wearing a black top today, but, like, it's finally starting to, like, go past the boobage, which is insane-o. I'm still very on the fence about whether or not I want to go back to brown. I've still been liking it being black. I definitely need, like, a little refresh soon. I kind of want to get one of those, like, hair glazes that I can keep on my mids and ends to keep it super dark, and then just go in with a little root touch-up. But yeah, I don't know. I'm, like, constantly indecisive about my hair, honestly, but I can actually say, at least right now today, I'm loving my hair, so that's good. That's, like, all I can think of that has been new, I guess, with me as of late, and this was probably a pretty boring update. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen me pretty much talk about all of this. Is this a gloss? All it says is Pixie, so I don't know. Anyways, that's actually a really pretty color. What the heck? I thought it was gonna be really, really mauvey. This also is not at all, like, a happy update, so I wish I had better things to share. But on a brighter note, we do have better things to look forward to. Like, we're praying that we can get our car situation figured out, because we did buy tickets to see Modest Mouse in August, all the way in, I think, Columbia, Missouri. It's like 2 hours away. It's not, like, a bad drive, but we definitely, you know, need a reliable car to be able to get there, obviously. So we really need to work something out by then. But we've got you know, like a month to figure something out. Since we weren't able to go camping, I'm still so sad. I need to be out in nature more than words can even express. Like, that is what would heal me mentally, is to just decompress in the woods for like 2 or 3 days. We are still definitely planning something for the fall as well, because it was like actually sort of a blessing that we didn't end up going camping right when we thought we would, because it ended up getting so much hotter than we expected that weekend. Like, it was like high 90s and we were expecting in the 80s. So we just kind of realized, like, damn, we would not really want to be camping in this anyways. We're definitely like spring and fall campers. Neither of us like summer that much. I personally do not do well sensory wise in the heat, so sucks that we're most likely gonna have to wait that long to get our camping trip, but like I would much prefer to camp in the fall anyway, so like it's fine. Oh, and then also too, in the more near future, at the very end of this month, I'm going to Chicago with my mom to help her with another one of her oddities shows. I'm so excited. Like, I always get nervous for trips because I'm like, oh, I don't want to be away from home, especially just because like I'll be away from Chris for a long time. It's gonna be like 4 or 5 days, I think. I don't know. I just always get really homesick. I miss my cats. I miss Chris. I miss just like being at home. Introverted, anxious girly things, but it's gonna be fun. I know it will be, and we're gonna have somebody else with us to help her run her booth, so it'll be definitely a very easy time for all of us, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're making a whole weekend trip out of it, so I will absolutely be vlogging that for you guys. I mean, I do need a little vacation pretty much soon after that. We're gonna have like a week or two before Modest Mouse, and then it's gonna be my birthday, and then we're gonna start entering fall era where we're gonna need to plan a camping trip and everything. So it's just go, go, go. And then we're into the holidays. Where has this year gone, you guys? Like, I'm telling you, things have been crazy. But anyways, I feel like I've pretty much caught you guys up to speed as to what's been going on in our lives. It's really just been consumed with work and the car. So left that for us, not really, but I really hope this wasn't too down of a video. Like I said, we're just kind of like accepting where we're at, and we're just like, let's just make the best out of it. We just need to get through it. So that's why I've been slacking just a little bit on content. I have not had the motivation to like come on camera, or I really just haven't even had like the time or the energy to film much, but that's why I'm just like kind of taking a couple of videos to do something a little chiller. But I really want to make some more like fashion videos for you guys, some more thrifting content, so I'll be back on my game soon. I just need to give myself the rest that I need while I can in between all of the craziness, but I promise I am trying my best to stay on top of videos, because this is my true love and passion, aside from doing hair and thrifting. So I really don't think I have anything left to say. I am kind of tired, but I think the makeup pretty much turned out a slay. What do we think? How does it look? I don't know. That was all for my video today. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for spending this time here with me and listening to me ramble about all the craziness that is my life. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. You can always find links to everything down below, but I appreciate all the support always. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in a video very soon. I love you guys. Bye.